Okay, yesterday, what we did is we went ahead and fit this on here, got it ready to go, but we're not putting this on yet because we have to replace our rocker panel. Now, this car has been wrecked pretty hard, so what I'm going to do, because I generally don't replace the rocker panel up in here, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to go ahead and replace this whole rocker panel. I really don't want to do that. There's my phone. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and replace this whole rocker panel due to the fact that this is all crushed in here and wrecked pretty hard. It's not in that good a shape, so yeah. We're going to go ahead and do that. The rocker panel itself goes all the way in to that section right there, see? Now once again on your rocker panel, if you have rust, okay, can you see me? Okay, there I am. Okay. If you have rust just in this area right here and all this is good, there's no need, no sense to replace the whole rocker panel. All you have to do is just replace this section here, see? Now, we're going to go ahead and replace this whole section. And I guess we're going to go ahead and replace all the way into the floor, I guess. Oh. Wow. So, that's a big job. We will have to go ahead and compensate for that and see what we can do. It's fucking Monday morning, it's fucking early. Give me a break here, okay? I'm trying to be the best I can. Okay, what I'm gonna do here, alright, is I'm gonna go ahead and you can actually replace the rocker panel to this section right here if you want, or you can go all the way in. Most of the time, I just go right to here and I bust those welds and then I cut the excess off of my rocker panel. And if I was just going to replace this section right here, that's exactly what I'd be doing, okay? But if you notice over here, this rocker panel's crushed in very, very hard, okay, due to the wreck that it had. And we're going to go ahead and just replace the whole freaking thing, bud. So, I got to cut all the spot welds out of here. I got to get this loose from the rocker panel itself. I'm going to have to cut this section out of it right here. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to have to be very, very cautious with all the wires. We don't want to mess any of the wire harness up. He's not going to be replacing any wires or none of that. Let me get all situated here, and we'll come back. And if you notice, I was telling you about cutting those spot welds. If you look right here, I didn't cut all the way through, see, with my drill. I just popped the spot welds off. Now, since I'm going to replace this rocker panel, I'm going to go back and I'm going to cut all them. I'm gonna go ahead and drill all them spot welds out all the way down. And the same thing up here. See, that's a spot weld. Now, it's already loose from the car here, so I'll grind the rest of this down. I'll find my spot welds and I'll drill them out. We're gonna take this whole rocker panel out of here. It'll come loose right here at this section. Okay, what I've done, I went ahead and drilled out the spot welds, if you can see right there. All right. I went ahead and drilled them out there. Now I did cut this off right here because this actually goes underneath. We don't want to loosen all this and then bend it up and, you know, warp it out and all that. So I'll cut this to fit, okay, inside there. Now I went ahead and cut the top of that just like you see. I'll cut it out to fit in a puzzle. I went ahead and came down here because we're not going to replace this whole section right here. We're just going to replace this little section here. So there was no sense doing that. Now, if you look at the bottom of the car, okay, I took my air chisel and I went ahead and cut that out with my air chisel. Now the reason I did that is because the spot welds, I couldn't very well see the spot welds too good. So I was taking my air chisel here trying to bust the spot welds, and it was actually bending the back side of the rocker panel where the floor meets with the rest of the car with the heater boxes. So what I'll do is I'll come back from the inside and I'll knock them all loose that way. So let's get this thing off and see what we got. So let's go ahead and pop this off and we'll see what we got here. I had a couple spot welds that were still kind of, there we go. One. That's why it's good when you see a spot weld to use an oversized drill bit. So it cuts the spot weld all the way out. So we got the rocker panel loose. Let's go ahead and take it off. And to be honest with you, that's actually in pretty good shape. It did have some loose rust, but I believe it was from the outer rocker panel. The inner rocker panel looks very, very good. It's clean, and there's some more of that crap there. It's clean, it's not rusted through. So, Mr. Hollywood guy, cheater guy, Matt, got lucky that we don't have to replace, that he'll still have heater boxes. So, that's good. Now what I'll do is I'll take my air chisel and I'll gently, okay, I'm not going to rip it apart, but I'll gently bust the spot welds all the way down, okay, all the way down here, and get all this off. Then what I'll do is we'll come back, once I get it all cleaned up, I'll cut this off just the way that I want it. We'll get it all fit in there just like the puzzle like you saw me do over here, okay, and this will be ready to go back on. I'll go ahead and cut that out over there, and see, I wanted to keep a little bit of this on here. I wanted to keep part of this as a lip, but it was rusted all the way through. So what we'll try to do on this particular vehicle is we'll just wait and I'll show you, okay? How's that sound? I'm going to show you how we're going to make it custom, and my fucking microphone's been turned around this whole time, you cocksucker! Okay, can you hear me better now? Sorry about that. Okay, so I'll get this cleaned up, get the rocker panel ready to fit. Basically gonna do it the same way that I did my rear quarter panel, and we'll just keep on going with it. There you go, the rocker panel has been removed. This is actually a very lightly rusted Karmann Ghia, okay? I'm really surprised. And as you see, the new one will go on right here, okay? And we'll be in business. This is Pete, Southwest Riding Custom, SWRNC, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, everybody's friend Pete, last chance Pete. My little pal Bruno's inside taking a break. We went bike riding yesterday, went 22 miles on a single track dirt bike trail, so he's tired. And wow, it's another job, another day, another dollar, and another fucking mess that I gotta get myself out of. It's gonna look nice, it's gonna look great. I like the way it's coming out, and I mean, I can sit here all day and say shit. But why? I wanna get it done, I wanna get the fuck out of here, I wanna go ahead and get it done. We'll see you. We'll be back.